Yes, get in. How's that for a start? Here we go. Oh wow, we've got a whale here. What a fish. Unreal. Well, how's that for a start to my Thorney Weir trip? I was a bit cheeky. I come down last night knowing that Brad was turning up this morning, got a little bit ahead of the game, and it's paid dividends. It's absolute stunning linear. Well happy with that. Right, I'm going to weigh him, get a little bit of propolis on his mouth, I'm going to slip him back and get him with the session. So as I mentioned, I'm currently down on Thorney Weir. It's a 3-lake complex situated in the heart of the Colne Valley. I'm actually fishing on Thorney Weir Lake itself on this session. It's about a 20-acre gravel pit and it has around 800 carp in it, topping the 40-pound bracket. I think there's about 5 of them now, up to about 43 pound. There's plenty of 30-pounders as backups, and that's what we're hoping for on this session. So as I mentioned, I was a little bit cheeky. I beat Brad to the lake last night to get set up and a little bit of a head start on the game. And I actually found fish on the Mets, which is a lake next door. I found about 20 fish in the snag, so I decided to do 4 hours on there. Unfortunately, that didn't prevail, so then I got myself set up in this swim last night. I'm actually fishing dead in the centre of the pond. Because I didn't see any fish lumping out, or I didn't see any signs of fish, I decided to put myself front line and centre and give myself the best opportunity to intercept some fish traffic, which this morning, that's paid off. So I'm going to stick to these tactics for now. I'm actually fishing the new formula cream cajousa on the spots. I'm using a bait boat out, which is a bit cheeky for me, but I'm putting them out there nice and accurate, and that's done me out of fish this morning. So I'm going to keep them on the spots for the day and see how that progresses. So I've continuously been putting mixes out since I arrived. In years previous, in the spring, I've had really good success on the top floater fishing. But unfortunately, it did get down to about 3 degrees last night and nothing's really come up for the floaters. However, the pressure's at 1029, so that's high pressure still. Nothing's happened on the bottom, so I'm going to make a switch now to zigs. You're not allowed to use plastic or artificial baits here, so I'm going to trim down a couple of pineapple and beetroot pop-ups, and I'm going to get them on and wang them out there. Let's see if we can steal a bite, try and make something happen. So a little bit of a change of scenery. I might have had one this morning, but I still don't feel like I'm on the bulk of the fish, and a lot of fish have been coming out in and around the little island. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have a bit of a lead about, find some spots, trickle a little bit of bait in. If I haven't had a bite by first light in the morning, I'm going to bring myself round here. So let's have a little go with the leading rod now. Well, that's that little secondary area baited up, ready for tomorrow. I'm going to get round to the swim now, put the rods out for the night, and hopefully next time I come on, we've got a fish to show you. Well, it was a pretty uneventful night last night. Rods remain motionless, so I've got up this morning and I've come round to the areas that we baited yesterday. I'm just getting the rods out now and hopefully we can sneak an early morning bite. Oh, well, this morning it hadn't quite gone to plan. Did move round into the snags on the back of the islands where I baited up last night. Unfortunately, we hadn't seen a single carp in there. There's no signs. So I've come round now and we move on to plan D or E or F or whatever plan it is. But I'm going to keep on the move. I'm going to have a little look around the channel next. And if we can't find any there, it's rods back in the middle of the pond and we're just going to have to sit it out and hopefully nick a bite before it's time to go home. Get him off. Oh, he's right underneath me. That's a potential 30 pounder, absolutely. Oh yes, look at that one, give me that fish. Right, let's get some baiting and get some rigs on them. Right Brad, come have a look at this. 10,400 steps and it's only 1 o'clock in the afternoon, but I've finally found some fish. I'm going to get some bait to them and the rigs, hopefully we can catch one because we've been grafting hard for this. So I'm actually jumping in a swim called the Royal Box on the Mets, and it actually fishes over into this margin, and I've caught fish from it before, some really nice ones. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to send the rigs over in the bait boat, but instead of just creating one little patch of bait, I'm going to spread some 12mm cream kajausa up and down the margin, and hopefully it creates that feeding response where they get competitive and one of them trips up. Well, I've been that busy chasing the fish around the pond that I've not actually spoke about my tactics or my bait, my rig choice, anything. We've just been running around non-stop. So what I've been using on this session and what done the fish was a doubled over stiff hinge rig with a pineapple and butyric pop-up on the top of it, fished over a cream kajausa mix. I've actually been putting out 3 different colours so far. I've got the white cream kajausa pop-ups, the yellow pineapple and butyric pop-ups, and I've also been putting out the pink plummen and butyric as well. So 1 in each colour, and it was actually the yellow one last time I did the bite. But we're on a different lake, so it could be a completely different colour. So I'm going to edge my bets again, and I'm going to put a different colour on each different rod, get them out there again using the bait boat with my mix of cream kajausa and corn. And hopefully we can get a bite and have one of these Mets bangers on the bank to show you. Unfortunately, it just didn't happen last night. The temperatures plummeted down to 3 degrees again, and it really got cold. That being said, it wasn't due to lack of trying. We literally moved everywhere yesterday, and that really leans into my style of fishing. You know, I believe that in the fishing world, we have the hunters and the trappers, and 90% of my angling is hunting the fish out and seeking those bites. I could have stayed on Thorney Weir for the full 48 hours after catching one early in the session, but if I'd have blanked doing that, it would have always been in the back of my mind, what if? What if I'd have moved there? Would I have had one? What if I'd have changed the zigs? What if I'd have played with things? I can't sit still. I need to be on the go. I need to be hunting those fish out. But like I say, it just hasn't happened on this session, and it really has felt more like a winter's morning today rather than a spring morning. So I think part 2 in the summer is definitely in order, because Thorney Weir has some absolute stunning fish to offer, and it's an incredible venue. In my opinion, one of the best day tickets in the country. So stay tuned and we'll see you soon.